This year, the city of LA faced a $1 billion deficit and was close to cutting over 1,600 jobs. One of the reasons the city is broke? Hundreds of millions of dollars in liability payments. Based on recent City Controller data, dangerous conditions make up the largest source of city settlements, 80% of which happen on city streets. And the third largest source of settlements, just behind police misconduct, is traffic collisions. Combined, almost half of all settlement spending, nearly $500 million, is a byproduct of how we design our streets and how people interact with them. We're stuck in a spiral where we spend more in settlements than we do in investing in critical programs like Vision Zero that make our streets safer. Let's take a look at a real-life example. Vista Del Mar runs along the water near Dockweiler State Beach. What should be a beautiful oceanfront road has been plagued for decades by severe injuries and deaths due to unsafe roadway design. In 2015, Naomi Larson was killed crossing Vista Del Mar, and the city paid out $9.5 million for her wrongful death. In 2016, a young couple was killed while crossing the same street. The city settled with the family for $5 million. These tragedies pushed local leaders to fix the deadly street. In 2017, Vista Del Mar was overhauled, and millions were spent redesigning it with street safety at the forefront, lowering car speeds, adding parking spaces, and improving pedestrian crossings. But it didn't last long. Soon after these changes were implemented, there was a backlash from a small but well-resourced group of residents and commuters. Mayor Garcetti ordered the safety improvements to be removed. Millions were spent to rip them out. Then the deaths returned. In 2021, a mother was killed while crossing with her 2-year-old son, leading to another multi-million-dollar payout from the city.
This actually started as a 2-car crash on Vista Del Mar at the top of the hill. One of the 2 cars went off the road down this embankment and crashed into 2 people who were simply walking on this beachfront path. An adult woman was killed, but this stretch of Vista Del Mar, and there have been several crashes here that have led to calls to make that road safer. Last June, there was a crash a quarter mile away and killed 2 teenage boys, injured 3 others, and now another one.
Nearly 20 people have been killed in the last 2 decades on Vista Del Mar, at least 5 after safety improvements were removed. These deaths were tragedies and were preventable. Vista Del Mar is symptomatic of a pattern where the city fails to make proven safety improvements to our streets and expects taxpayers to foot the bill for preventable injuries and deaths. We know the problem and we know the solution. Instead of millions in settlements, we deserve a city that adequately funds our streets, prioritizes our safety, and fixes the root cause of these deaths.